All right, here with Kevin, the Motown phenom, Lee.
MTP.
MTP, is that what we're doing now?
MTP.
All right, we'll go with that.
We'll do that.
First of all, kind of ironic, Kev, you got your mom here. Are you mama's boy?
Yeah, right. Nah, you can call me that, I guess. You know, it means a lot to me. You know, family means a lot to me in general. So you can call it whatever you want to.
How often does she get to watch you train?
You know, she tries to come by every now and again, you know, but everybody got their own life going on. You know, she's out here in Vegas with us, so it's much better living. I see her all the time.
Well, I feel a little, you know, with her watching on, I feel a little, you know, afraid to ask some of my normal questions but
can't talk the shit.
Yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. Why are you such a douchebag all the time?
Just be, you know, just am, you know, it's just how people, you know, like I said, I just tell people the truth, and I think the truth is hard for some people to hear, so they, you know, like I said, everybody knows what happened with the press conference and all that, and all I was doing was telling them the truth, and I think that was hard for him to swallow, and that's what gets people angry, that's what gets them frustrated.
How do you feel knowing that your performance was kind of the, you know, the performance of the press conference there, considering you have people like Cormier and Jones there?
Sure. I mean, you know, hey, I'm just one half of it. So, you know, he's the one that's dumb and, you know, crazy enough to do some crazy shit. And I just, you know, I ain't gonna start it, but I will damn sure finish it.
I mean, you know, he's the one that reacted first, so you didn't necessarily know how it was going to go down, but did you kind of plan to have some kind of confrontation there?
No, not really. You know, I just was telling him the truth. I just tell him what like it is. I wanted him to show up for the fight. I told him, you know, show up for the fight because I know your mama going to be there. That's all, you know, it ain't no, you know, it wasn't really no, you know, it wasn't like no your mama joke or nothing like that. I don't really talk shit. I just say the truth. So I feel like that was hard for him to hear, and he reacted emotionally. And in the fight game, there ain't no room for emotion. And I showed that time and time out.
Were you surprised the way he reacted?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to be that stupid to run up on. But, you know, again, he had the left hand cocked back, so I just countered down the middle before he could. You know, I don't know if he was trying to reach out and grab me and like we was about to start wrestling or something. And no, it ain't going to be none of that. You run up on me, like you better put your hands up. You better be ready.
So do you expect to be hearing from the commission on that?
Yeah, probably. I'm you know, but again, it's going to cost me a little bit, but I'm going to make it on the back end once I knock him out and get that 50 G's. So, you know, you spend 5 to make 50.
Now that you know kind of his hot button there, do you plan to continue with the mama insults?
I know the hot button on that chin too. You know, I know what that feel like. You know, at one shot he was already. I seen it. You know, the security held him up. So you know, I know I can find that chin. You know, he's a little bit taller. I can see it right through that. You know, he got the big beard. I found that chin right away. So I know. You know, once to get the reaction, the second one is to put you down. I just didn't throw the second one because I didn't want to hit my man in the back of his bald head. They would have really took some money from me, and you know. So yeah, I'm just want to get the reaction.
You talk a lot before these fights. Is that, you know, kind of a strategy of yours to get to throw him off their game, and you think it's going to throw him off his game? Nah,
it's just what I do. You know, like I grew up like this, just talk shit. You know, get into fights. You know, Nah, not really. Ain't really like no. I mean, you got to be well-rounded. You got to know what to say to certain people to throw them off their game, because he is a really nice guy. You know, even like the last Brazilian that I fought, great guy. You know, came from nothing, started charities for kids, and you know all this. And I still was in the back talking shit to him. So you know, getting into fights with him. So you got to play up to the game a little bit. But for the most part, it's just me being me. And if it ain't, you know, if they go back and they watch our old interviews together, you know, when I first got over to Vegas, ain't nothing changed, you know what I mean? The people just think it do because this their first time seeing me. So it's, you know, for me, it's the other way, you know? I'm like, oh, y'all changed, you know? Y'all the ones that want to see me now. Y'all the ones that want to talk to me now. I was talking this way shit, in college, you know? Or like I said, our old interviews, pull them up, you'll see ain't nothing changed.
Do you have a history with Chiesa in any way? You know, what was your relationship before this?
We trained together before. We was cordial, you know what I mean? I think that's what kind of got him a little bit too, because he felt my strength, he felt my power. He know he in for a world of hurt. So it's hard to face the truth sometimes. You get that shit'll eat at you. So it's gonna eat at him for the next 7 weeks.
All right, I know you're confident with a win in this fight, and you know, but I know you don't want to look past any fight. But obviously, you've made it clear that you want to fight Conor at some time. With a win here, do you finally feel like you're at a place to legitimately call him out?
You know, I think we go with Khabib first. The folks view Khabib as the #1 contender. That's my goal. Conor's going to be held up for a while. I'm going to let him be held up for a while. You know, I'm going to let him do what he do. He out there to make some money. Good for him. Good on him. You know, he just had a baby. Provide for your family. Do what you're supposed to do. But then when he come back, he got some young ones gunning for him. So I think after this one we do, could be the #1 contender match will be at the end of this year. So that's all I'm looking forward to. As far as it shakes up with Conor, you know, holding the belt, you know, they're just going to start a new weight class too. 160. I'm built for 165. I'm actually much better at 165. I'm 185 pounds right now. So, you know, I don't know how that thing's going to shake up. You know, we going to see how it go. You know, after this fight, especially with so many new changes happening in UFC, the UFC's going in a different direction. I'll see. But regardless, at 25 years old, I will have that strap around my waist, whether I take it from Conor, whether I take it from Khabib, Tony, you know, all these top guys. They see me. They've been gunning for me. They've been looking at me for a long time, and they know I've been getting that experience, and they all praying for my downfall on June 25th, but that shit ain't gonna happen.
You gonna call one of them out after your win?
Yeah, you know me, you know how I'm get down.
So Khabib though?
Yeah, I'm looking at Khabib. You know, I gave the man 9 months notice to get there in December. You know, it's May. I'm talking about this fight in December, and I got a fight coming up. And the man still can't. If he can't put pen to paper by then I don't know what to do. You know, like the man don't fight. You know, people can view him as the #1 contender. The man don't fight. So I'm giving him 9 months notice. If you can't show up in 9 months, I don't know what to tell you. You know, he's trying to go to Georges St-Pierre. You know, Georges St-Pierre had the press conference in January for a fight he want to happen in October. You know, it don't make sense. These guys don't want to fight. Like, you know, either put up or shut up.
You mentioned your last fight against Ronaldo. He always comes out really hard in his fights. Is it hard to keep your composure when someone comes out like that, you know, really hard? And how do you keep your composure?
The toughest thing about that fight was actually the crowd, the people. You know what I mean? I'm in foreign territory. The second I stepped out of that tunnel, I could see the emotion in people's face. You know, people were screaming at me, people were hating. You know, I could feel the ground shaking. You know what I mean? I could feel the cage shake as like he did hit a good shot, and the cage was shaking from the people erupting. I think that was like the hardest thing, because that can wear on you mentally too. You know what I mean? It's not just physically, but mentally. You know, you get that anxiousness, and you know, that's what I mean by experience. That's just more experience. I'll never experience something else like that at that intensity. So when I do get something even lighter, it'll be even better. So that's what I mean. Like these top guys, they see it. They know what it's about.
It definitely showed an improvement, I think, in your fight IQ. You know, you played that kind of exactly the way you should have. How do you know when to push it and when to stay patient?
Yeah, you know, like I said, you got to be well-rounded. You know, you got to be able to, and that comes more than just being able to strike, to wrestle, to kickbox. You know, Ronaldo was a 3-time world kickboxing champion. And had a hell of a lot of power, and I talked some shit about him before, so he came out with a vengeance on my ass. So, you know, I got to be able to switch it up. I got to be able to learn how to move forward, move back, stay on my bike, be able to wrestle. You know, I can do it also. You know, that's just more fight IQ. That's just more cage time, and that's just what I've been getting. The folks in the UFC have watched me grow from a 20-year-old kid all the way to what I am now.
All right, a couple more quick questions. This is a non-haters edition. We had some people that had questions for you. Toughest competition right now at lightweight for you?
If I'm being honest, probably Tony. You know, because Tony keep it pushing. He can take a hell of a shot. He keep moving. He's somebody who fights a lot. You know what I mean? He's somebody I got respect for. He love to fight. I love that shit. So when we do throw down, it's gonna be a hell of a fight, and it's gonna be one that I'm gonna tell my grandkids about. I think Tony's probably the toughest, just stylistically and his mindset going into it, and that we do have a little bit of history together. You know, I've known him for years, so probably Tony. You know.
Do you consider the loss to Dos Santos kind of a blessing at this point?
Oh yeah. When we first did this interview, you know, like a couple years ago, for sure I do. I've learned so much more from that fight. Not only just the experience of like how to approach a fight and how to get my rhythm going, you know what I mean? How to get in that zone, because that's not easy, you know? Like people think it's real easy just to flip that switch on, but it's really not, you know? It takes experience, and it takes like a routine to get that switch going. Not only that, but even learning how to win fights when you're hurt. You know, you're gonna get hit in there, especially in MMA. You know, this ain't like boxing. MMA, you got the small gloves. You're gonna get hit. You're gonna get hurt. You still got to be able to win the fight. Winning the fights is #1 overall. You know, you see some guys, once they get hit, then they panic because they're not used to being able to take those shots. Like guys like Conor, you know, when Diaz was eating those shots and they gave him back, you know, he panicked, you know what I mean? And that's just inexperience because he's never been in that situation. You know, I'm getting that experience out the way early. That way, you know, when I do get to that level, it won't be no shocker.
What do you like training more, MMA? I mean, not MMA. What do you like training more, striking or grappling?
You know, I'm a grappler by nature. You know what I mean? I'm a wrestler, so I'm a grappler by nature. That comes a little easier to me, for me to understand and for me to, you know, I can grapple for hours and hours and hours and without really ever getting tired. The striking is something that I've been working, I'm getting even much better at, but it's something that has so many different dynamics to it, you know what I mean? Like, grappling does too, but I felt like I've already got kind of a leg up, so my striking is where I spend majority of my time during training camps, especially because that's the part that I'm catching up even more.
2 more quick ones and let you go eat here. Favorite boxer right now?
Ooh, favorite boxer right now that's active?
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably go with Andre Ward, you know? Ward's a champ, you know? Ward knows how to win those tough ones. He knows how to win those close ones. He got a lot of experience too. Yeah, I gotta go with Andre Ward. You know, some people, like, he might be boring to some people, but when I see him, I see a champ going to work in there, and somebody who knows how to win. And for me, that's what trumps all. Like, winning, it trumps all to me. So, yeah, if I'm going right now, I'm going Andre Ward.
All right, and then finally, what's John Jones like off of camera?
Oh, Jones is I mean, I wish he would show that side of him even more off camera. You know, when we in the back, he's just so much different than once they put him on the camera and he start doing that, you know, holier than, you know, like, he's so much cooler. Like, I just don't understand why he just don't be that, you know what I mean? Like, people want you to be a certain way, and I say, like, I'm just like, fuck that. Like, just be who you are, and people gonna love you, they gonna hate you, whatever. But at the end of the day, especially for somebody like John Jones, they gonna respect him, whether they love him, hate him, whatever. I just wish he would show that side of him even more. Him and DC getting into it was the funniest shit I ever seen in my life.
Oh, I lied. One more thing. What's up with the glasses situation?
Oh, we getting that handled. We getting that taken care of.
All right, Kev, thanks.